Hello and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas, and today we're going to get back on the main quest here. I got to get the platinum chip back, so we're going to do that. I'm here at Camp McCarran. I found out that I never talked to this guy, Major Daughtry.
If it's bad news, you can take it up with the Colonel.
So we'll talk to him.
If it's good news, it better involve some dead fiends.
You look very sad. You were at Bitter Springs, I'm told?
Yeah, I was there. I was Captain Daughtry then. That whole situation was a mess and could easily have been avoided with good intel. The Major in charge at the time made a bad call. He thought Bitter Springs was full of Great Khan raiders, so we surrounded the place. By the time any of us realized there were civilians down there, women and children, shooting had already started. The Major froze up at the news, and we couldn't get another word out of him. I took over and salvaged the situation as best I could. For my effort, I was promoted to Major. Not quite the way I'd have wanted it.
Well, that's why he's sad all the time. I heard you're Bitterroot's father.
Adoptive father, yes. I was very proud when he made first recon. I know that every time I send them out, I could be sending him to his death. But if it's not me, it'll be somebody else. At least this way I get one more chance to see him.
What do you know about the fiends?
Pack of drugged-out killers. They're addicted to every stim, every pill, every psychoactive enema on this fucked-up earth. I've got 3 fiends I want dead, and I don't give a goddamn how it gets done. That sound like something that interests you?
Sure. So here's the headhunter quest. I thought I did that before, I guess not. Yes, it does.
Good. That's damn good. I figure it's about time we got lucky out here, so maybe you can snuff one of these maniacs. First one calls herself Violet. God knows why. The name is the prettiest thing about her. Spends most of her time with a pack of vicious dogs. Then there's Driver Nephi. He's fast and he's brutal. Killed about a dozen of my men with a goddamn driver iron. Hence his name. And finally, Cook. Rapist, pyromaniac, and damn good chef if you believe the fiends we've captured. Probably the craziest of the lot. I'm not gonna feed you any bullshit. These aren't your common Vegas trash. They've all killed good NCR men, and plenty of mercs too. You go after them, any of them, you're in for a hell of a fight. So, which one is it gonna be?
I've killed Nephi and Cook for sure. I'm not sure about Violet. I want to claim a bounty.
That right. You killed one of the psychopaths on my shit list. Let me see the scumbag's head.
I think I've got Driver Nephi's head, yeah.
Well, Driver Nephi. Nothing to say, you son of a bitch. No tips on my golf swing.
Hey, I leveled up too.
Good men to this psychopath. Morale's gonna be better now that he's gone. Here's the bounty I promised. I guess we can send first recon down to Camp Forlorn Hope. They need all the help they can get there. Think you can take down another one of these scumbags? Up to you. But I can trust you to do the job, and I'd hate to see you walk away.
Actually, I have another head here.
You killed another one. Let me have a look at the head. This
Cook. It's mangled.
Sure did a number on his face. I'm not allowed to give you the full reward, but thanks for taking this guy down. It's
50
payback
caps.
for at least one of my troopers.
Not bad.
She'll be glad to know he's dead. Here's your caps. That's 2 psychopaths dead. If you can bring down the 3rd, there's a bonus in it for you.
Alright, I'll go after Violet.
Violet it is. Wish I could give you more advice on how to bring her down, but we know less about her than the other 2. Just watch out for the dogs. She raises them herself. Might as well be their mother. I never leave her side.
Where can I find her?
Good question. Fiend territory is southeast of here, but they range all over the area. None of them stays in any one place for long.
Anything else I need to know?
Just bring me back that last head, and don't lose your own.
Okay, what can you tell me about the Great Khans?
We know they supply the fiends with illegal chems, but they never stick around in NCR territory for long. They know the land and move quick. There's talk from time to time about taking out their base at Red Rock Canyon, but nothing ever comes of it. The Great Khans are tough fighters. If we ever did go up against them on their home turf, we'd win, but casualties would be high.
Alright.
Right.
Goodbye. So we got 2 heads. Alright, I have no more lockpick magazines. Let's go ahead and just bring that to 100 there. What else? Harder 75. Explosive 55, sure. And another perk. Alright, let's look through. Alright, I think we're gonna do intense training. Level up one special attribute. And I think we're gonna just go intelligence. Just to pass skill checks. Doesn't really matter which one I do at this point. Charisma or intelligence, but we'll do intelligence.
I'm not exactly a mercenary, but taking out
Alright,
bags of
I had to reload my game and go through the dialogue again. Okay. I guess we can see if we can find... What's her name? Viper? Violet. Should be down there. See if we can get the head intact. Which means Edie's gonna have to kill her. Most likely. Not me with my plasma gun. Yeah, there's the dogs we were warned about. Get her. Ow. Is she vaporized? Ah, she's vaporized. Ah, well, that's alright. We got a mangled head. We'll get less caps. Jeez, these fiends don't give up. Alright, let's get this head back. Excuse me, get this head back to complete the quest, and then we're off to get the platinum chip back. No wonder I didn't talk to this guy earlier. He just wanders out to the...
Still working on that last bounty?
Outskirts of the base here. I want to claim a bounty.
If that's true, that'd be the last of them. Well, that could be Violet, or it could be someone else entirely.
Trust me.
I'll take your word for it, but I can't give you a full reward. You've been one hell of a stroke of good luck.
It's a head-shaped pile of goo.
Those three scumbags probably killed 20 NCR troopers. And you bring them down alone. Wish I had a few grunts as good as you. Damn good working with you.
Alright, you have a good one. And we're off. We're going to the fort.
By order of Caesar, all visitors must disarm and relinquish all banned items.
Alright, I agree.
Your belongings will be returned to you when you leave. Hello.
Hello, how's it going?
You may proceed. Your belongings will be returned when you leave.
Okay, there's the weather monitoring station. Yeah, I gotta get the... I think I'm supposed to get the chip from him. Is the bunker under the weather monitoring station? Okay, here's the artillery that I can fix. I don't want to fix it though. Maybe I can sabotage it. Leave the howitzer alone. Well, yeah, I don't need to sabotage it if it doesn't work in the first place. I don't want to give Caesar's Legion an edge, though, so we're gonna leave it as is.
None may enter without Caesar's permission.
Caesar has permitted your weapons to be returned to you while you serve him.
Thank you. It's about time. Hand them over.
Caesar has put a lot of trust in you. Be worth it.
Alright, we got the chip.
Hold your tongue, wastrel. I wish I could.
Caesar has forbidden you.
Forbidden me to leave. Okay. Yes, I need more time to prepare.
Very well.
No. Actually, never mind.
Waste time.
Could hear the
Okay, yeah, we're staying in here.
explosion at McCarran.
Alright. Yeah, we're not getting out of here. Primary power source unavailable. Yeah, it's broken.
The new slave girls are quite beautiful.
Okay, let's see. Activate console. Console hums quietly, powered by some unknown source. There's a round slot on the console about the size of a large poker chip. Insert the platinum chip into the slot. Lucky 38. Securitron Vault. Oh, we got radiation. Put on that spacesuit. Oh, Mr. House? Vault status terminal. Status log. Most recent events. 2279 radiation leak. 2279 maintenance spot dispatched. Power surge detected. Maintenance spot non-responsive. Moving to security alert level 1. Retextrons activated. Turrets activated. Sentry bots on standby. Turret status active. Retextron status active. Sentry bot status standby. Okay. I can talk to you from here, huh?
Well, you're here ahead of schedule. I suppose it's just as well. This is where I wanted you to end up after all. I knew I could rely on Caesar to give you back the platinum chip.
What makes you think Caesar gave me the chip?
That you were searched very thoroughly when you arrived at the fort is a certainty. And as the chip is a little too large to be secreted away, I also regard it a certainty that the chip was discovered, taken from you, and given to Caesar, who returned it to you. 2 + 2 = 4, Caesar wants you to destroy whatever you find in this bunker.
Who are you to say what I can and can't excrete?
Because you're going to work for me.
Oh. What are you asking me to do?
I need you to manually upload the data from the chip to the facility's primary computer. There's a terminal at the other end of this facility. There's a complication. While I can broadcast to this screen, I can't control any of the facility's systems. That means I can't deactivate its security bots, most of which appear to be active according to the status board I'm looking at.
What will you do with your Securitrons?
My army will do what an army does best: defend territory from invaders and maintain order.
What was it you said about security systems?
The same equipment failure that prevents me from remotely operating this facility seems to have activated its security robots and turrets. There's a security room near the base of the stairs. Perhaps you can deactivate them yourself.
Okay, we'll see what happens.
I like to think you have enough sense to do the right thing. The rewards for doing so are immense, as are the punishments for not doing so.
Commencing lawful use of deadly force.
Ah. Okay, I'm still not sure what I want to do. Plasma grenades, I'll take those. Let's see. Activate Retextron operations terminal. Oh, darn. I gotta replenish my attempts here. If I can. Hey, there we go. Cancel security alert. There we go. Now for the turrets. Cancel security alert. And this is the sentry bot. Network connection not found. Okay. We don't know where the sentry bot is. Or if it's active or not. Activated elsewhere. Door junction box. Let's see. This junction box can be rewired to override the security door controls, disconnecting it from the automated security system and opening the door. Repair of 60 or greater. Rewire it. Oh, there's the sentry bots. Hi.
Do not interfere with security operations. Do not interfere with security. Do not interfere with security operations.
Oh, God. Still no connection. Okay, well, they're on my side. Well, they're not hostile right now, at least. It's a long hallway. Scary. Okay. We can destroy the Securitrons army by overloading the bunker's reactor. Upgrade the Securitrons army. Use it to use later for your own purpose. I think I want to just leave right now. Examine power regulator. Okay.
Move along, please.
Yeah, we're gonna save this for later. I got the chip pack. Let's see. Upgrade the Securitrons army to use later for your own purpose. That's gonna fail. The house always wins, I think. I'm just curious. I want to go back to Mr. House and the Lucky 38. We're gonna have to do this anyway. Just murder everyone here. I think I want to go with upgrading the Securitrons army to use later for my own purpose. Alright, we're not going to destroy the Securitrons army. Here we go, operations console. Wow, yeah, look at that army. All those Securitrons pots. Alright, I'm gonna do a hard save here. Activate Securitrons operations console. This is the Securitron Operations Console for the Securitron Vault. Software updates can be installed from this console. Insert the Platinum chip and install the Mark II upgrade software. I think Caesar's going to be upset that we didn't blow the place. So we're going to upgrade these for our own use. Upgrade these Securitron bots. I'm not going to let Mr. House take control of them.
Your work here is done. Return to the Lucky 38 so we can discuss next steps. You have a very bright future ahead of you. Thanks to your actions today, so does the rest of mankind.
We'll see about that.
Your work here is...
Okay. We gotta go back. Caesar, guess what happened?
You've carried out Caesar's will, but I must confiscate your equipment again.
Did I? Keep holdout weapons. Do I keep the platinum chip though? The platinum chip. Do I still keep it out here? Yeah, I still have it here. Okay, I don't have any holdout weapons. Okay, I'm gonna have to kill Caesar. Maybe I don't have to kill Caesar right now, though. Since I got the platinum chip back. Wonder if I can leave with it. Let's talk to Caesar. See what he has to say.
You must enter Caesar's tent alone.
Oh, yeah. Alright, fine.
Okay.
Wait here. Be right back.
Was there more for us?
I thought I asked you about this. About the legate and the burned man.
Watch yourself, profligate.
Morning. Yes.
Oh yeah, the unarmed. Teach me the Praetorian unarmed technique. Yeah, I can do that now. Melee weapons? Is that? No, that's different than unarmed. Do I have a unarmed magazine? Oh, I still can't do it. Oh, here we go. Boxing times.
Yes. Do you...
Alright, unarmed 50. Teach me the Praetorian unarmed technique.
Of course. This will take some time, and I'm not a forgiving teacher.
I've got all the time in the world. You've learned the Legion Assault special move. To use this technique, initiate a power attack running forward at an enemy. Awesome. Something I'll never use.
I felt the ground shake a while ago. I'll take that as a sign you've got the job done.
Right, yes.
Let's press on, shall we? As I was telling you before, I want Mr. House out of the picture. You have an interest in his death, too. If he knows that you destroyed his gadgets beneath the fort, he will strike back. You know where to find him. How he dies, I leave up to you.
I have some questions.
What did you want to know?
Are your bodyguards special in any way?
My Praetorians embody the martial ideals of my legion. Each one of them has done enough conquering and killing to deserve the rank of Centurion. Instead, I invited them to join my guard. So the invitee chooses whichever current guard he thinks is weakest and challenges him. The fight is to the death. It keeps them from getting complacent.
You look like such a nice old man. And yet you're a monster. How long has Lucius been the head of your Praetorians?
Lucius has been the head of my guard for 5 years now. He was a subordinate guard for 8 before that. No invitee has dared to challenge him yet. Maybe it's an issue of respect. He is getting on in years.
Alright, let's talk about something else.
What else did you want to know?
I wonder if I can challenge him. I've heard rumors of your legate Lanius. What's his story?
Lanius is the greatest of my battlefield commanders. Some might call him a great man, but I'm not sure he qualifies. Once, he was the greatest warrior of the Hydebarks, a tribe of the Arizona. Maniacal in battle. Sometimes he'd ambush Legion patrols by himself. When after several months we found and surrounded the Hydebarks camp, their chieftain raised a banner of surrender. The warrior, who was not yet Linnaeus, went insane with rage. He struck down his chieftain and attacked his own tribe.
What happened when Linnaeus attacked his own tribe?
He killed 15 before they brought him down. He didn't die, obviously. I had him tended to. He was maimed, most of his face torn off. It was days before he regained consciousness. When he did, I went to his bedside and showed him the helmet.
That's why he wears the helmet.
Over his face. I said he could have it if he'd fight for me. He accepted, on condition that he be allowed to kill the surviving males of his tribe. I said, make it the adult males, and you have a deal.
Sounds more like a savage than a general.
Linnaeus is savage. Savagely loyal, too, but only to me. He has no love for my legion. But this has its uses. He has no attachment to his men, no compunction about battlefield losses. All he cares about is destroying the enemy. When another legatus or a centurion fails to achieve results, I send Linnaeus to make things right. His first step is to beat the failed commander to death in front of his assembled troops. Then he orders the ritual of decimatio.
What is decimatio?
It means decimation. But in ancient Rome, the word had a very specific meaning. A punishment for cowardice. The legionaries are lined up in ranks. Every 10th man steps forward and is beaten to death by his brothers. It instills a certain robust obedience.
This all doesn't seem very efficient. You're just killing your own people. Linnaeus will lead the assault on Hoover Dam?
Yes. This time my legionaries will be more frightened of the commander behind them than the enemy before them. There will be no failure this time, no retreat.
Oh, we'll see about that.
Gathering slaves and resources for another assault. With Linnaeus to drive the legion forward, the dam will be taken. It will be our bridgehead across the Colorado.
Why did the Legion lose the first battle?
It's not going to happen again. That's all I have to say about it.
Okay. I heard the commander of the first battle was called the Burned Man.
And I've heard it's a bad idea to tempt the wrath of Caesar. Change the subject.
Why do you call yourself Kaiser?
What else then?
What's the machine in your tent?
It's called an autodoc. As the name suggests, it's an automated physician, more or less. He can treat broken bones, cuts, punctures, scrapes. Sometimes I bestow its use upon someone I favor. Makes for a powerful gift in a culture that forbids painkillers and is largely ignorant of medical science.
Okay. I'll eliminate Mr. House for you.
Good. Don't know what kind of security he has inside the Lucky 38, but if you can find a way of catching him off guard, do so.
I'll eliminate him for you. Alright. We're gonna be dealing with Caesar later. Where's the dude with the...
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the burned...
The helmet. Oh, here's a Hoover Dam. Alright.
The legionaries
what's happening.
Lead the way.
Okay. So... he wants me to kill Mr. House. We're gonna deal with Caesar. Not yet if I don't have to. But we will wind up killing Caesar before the battle at Hoover Dam. Let's see. I do have to go to... yeah, let's go to... Freeside. Or the Strip North Gate. We still haven't met the Ultra Lux. Haven't been in the Ultra Lux Casino. Let's drink some water. There we go. Hi there.
Excuse me,
oh, it's Emily.
Are you the courier who caused all of that trouble in the tops?
Why do you want to know?
Oh, well, we heard, we meaning the followers of the apocalypse, that you had been in there. The Lucky 38, I mean. And we were wondering if you could help us. If it's not too much trouble, of course.
Yeah, Emily. Emily's the one who helped Benny reprogram Yes Man. Okay, Intelligence 6. How did you get enough money to enter the Strip?
This is important enough to the followers that we scraped together the caps required for the credit check. And I'm staying at Vault 21, which is pretty cheap, for the Strip anyway.
What does it involve?
Oh, great. The followers of the apocalypse, well, some of us anyway, have been interested in Mr. House's technology, how he stays alive. Of course, no one else is allowed inside the Lucky 38, so no one knows what's going on. Well, except for you.
And this is where I come in.
Right. We just want to find out what sort of technology Mr. House has used to stay alive for all these years. It could be of great benefit to the people we try to help, many of whom suffer from hard-to-diagnose illnesses.
Barter. I can pass a barter skill check. Dr. Big Vlad diagnoses a terminally low discussion of caps in this conversation. I want more money.
Ah, I see. I suppose I can give you some medical supplies for your efforts. I assure you they will be worth plenty of caps.
I'd rather have the caps. All right.
Great. I'll have the medical supplies for you by the time you come back. Here, take this packet sniffer. It'll allow us to intercept data on Mr. House's network. You might have to manually remove the encryption from his data network, but hopefully you won't have too much trouble. Good luck.
Okay. If I can do this without pissing off Mr. House, I'll do that. Hey, Victor.
Hey, have you been able to bug Mr. House's network yet?
Oh my god. I bugged the tower for you? No, I didn't.
We haven't received any information yet from the bug. Please report back when you found a way into House's network.
Yeah, why would I have that option if I haven't done it yet? Hey, Victor.
Well, howdy, partner. Good to see you again. Boss is waiting for you upstairs, so get a move on.
You have any dialogue for me? No. Alright, where do we put this? Let's see. Where do we put this bug? Yeah, okay. Bug Lucky 38 network. There we go.
The recent disturbance at the Tops has been resolved. Do not be afraid to patronize the Tops.
There was a disturbance at the Tops?
Be advised.
Oh,
Where to, partner?
the whole murdering Benny thing. Okay. Penthouse. I guess we'll have a chat with Mr. House. Hey, Jane.
Mr. House is just pleased as punch you got those old Securitrons back online, sugar.
What's with the snow globe collection?
Not many people know this, but Mr. House is one of the world's biggest collectors of antique snow globes. If you happen to find any out in the Wasteland, you can bring them to me, and I'll add them to his collection. You'll get a reward, of course.
Oh, I've only got 2 of them.
One of Mr. House's favorites went missing when we moved the collection. If you have a look around the Lucky 38, you might even find it.
I think I found that one. I've got some globes for Mr. House.
You do? Why, that's just wonderful. I'll take them and put them with the rest of the collection.
Alright. I got 6,000 caps out of that. Good Springs, Nellis Air Force Base, The Strip. That's all of them. Hi.
So, Benny has been handled, and you've recovered the platinum chip. Let's have it.
Give platinum chip to Mr. House. He doesn't have hands. I have some questions first.
I'll be happy to satisfy your every curiosity once the platinum chip has been delivered.
Give it to him.
Such a small thing, isn't it? And yet so capacious.
Can I get it back?
So very dear. Decades of hiring salvagers out west to search for this little relic in the ruins of a place called Sunnyvale. Back then, anyway. That's where the chip was printed, on October 22nd, 2077. It was to have been hand-delivered to me here at the Lucky 38 the next day. But the bombs fell first. Suffice it to say, the delivery was never made.
What happens next?
A great deal shall be happening. A cascade of events with you taking a central role. At the moment, however, all you need to do is take the elevator all the way down to the bottom level. What you see there will help you understand the significance of what you accomplished at the fort.
I don't think I can get the chip back at this point.
Step closer to the demonstration area, if you would. I expect you're well familiar with my Securitrons by now. The titanium alloy housing that protects its electronic core deflects small arms and shrapnel easily enough. Its X-25 Gatling laser, produced to spec by Glassinghouse Inc., is deadly against soft targets at medium range. And for close-range suppression or crowd control, the Securitron is armed with a 9mm submachine gun. All of this you probably already knew. What you did not know is that these are the Securitron's secondary weapons. All this time, my Securitrons have had to get by running the Mark I operating system, which lacked software drivers for their primary weapons. Today, with the delivery of the Platinum chip, all that changes. Behold, for the first time, Securitrons running the Mark II OS. The M235 launcher...
they've gone red.
Securitrons the ability to engage ground and air targets at significantly longer ranges. And a rapid-fire G-28 grenade launcher ensures the Securitron is deadly in close-range engagements. The software upgrade also includes drivers for the Securitron's highly sophisticated on-board auto-repair systems. Altogether, the Mark II software upgrade confers a 235% increase in combat effectiveness per unit. The city of New Vegas finally has soldiers worthy of protecting it. Return to the penthouse now. We have much to discuss. Trips to the basement are rarely so educational, don't you think? I've since broadcast the upgrade to every Securitron in range of my transmitters, and I must say, it's causing quite a stir down on the strip.
Uh-oh. You think your Securitrons can defeat Caesar's Legion and the NCR?
Why would I want to go to war against the NCR? They're my best customers. If their leaders weren't scheming to steal Vegas out from under me, I'd have no troubles with the NCR at all. The foundation is laid. My Securitrons on the strip are upgraded, and those at the fort ready for action. Now it's just a matter of adjusting the attitudes of some lesser groups while we wait for Caesar's Legion to attack Hoover Dam.
Okay, well, we got the platinum chip added. What's the next step?
Outside New Vegas, at what was once called Nellis Air Force Base, resides an unusual tribe known as the Boomers. They are, shall we say, aggressively reclusive. They have several howitzers they fire at anyone who dares approach the base. Artillery of this sort has a range of several miles. If it's going to fire on Hoover Dam, I want it firing at my targets. If not, then I want to make sure that the Boomers don't sign similar treaties to fire their guns in support of the NCR or Caesar's Legion.
The Boomers have already vowed to help me out.
Well done. The Boomers' firepower may prove an advantage when the battle for Hoover Dam comes around. Your next assignment would have been to investigate the Omertas, but you managed to foil their scheme before I could put you to the task. I should compensate you as though it were an official assignment, however. Wouldn't want to disincentivize your proactivity.
Yeah, give me money. Okay, the Omertas were clever, but no match for me.
Arrogance was their undoing. There might be a lesson in that. But moving on, your next assignment is to locate and destroy remnants of the Mojave chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel. The NCR nearly did the job at Helios 1 a few years ago, but there seem to have been survivors, unfortunately. Given the Brotherhood's fanatical views on technology, they can be counted on to oppose my regime. Please, put them out of my misery.
Any possibility of a diplomatic solution?
We're talking about a coterie of bulging-eyed fanatics who think all pre-war technology belongs to them. They'll never accept my using an army of robots to defend New Vegas. While it's a fight I can win, I'd rather sidestep it altogether.
I don't want to wipe him out. I don't like him. But I've made friends with him, kind of, sorta. I don't want to kill off the entire Brotherhood.
Don't tell me you've fallen for the stories of noble paladins on crusade, preserving mankind's technology in a benighted age.
No.
Dross. In any case, this is an employer-employee relationship. I've given you an assignment, and the directions are clear.
But they're my friends. And also Veronica. Where do you want me to start?
Since 2278, I've lost 5 roaming Securitrons near Hidden Valley. I didn't receive any clear video of the incident, but telemetry from the units destroyed indicates they were attacked with energy weapons. It's obvious that the Brotherhood has a base in Hidden Valley or thereabouts. Finding it won't be easy, but getting inside will be the real trick.
Any recommendations on how to complete the mission?
From time to time, the NCR has assaulted Brotherhood bunkers. In 4 of the 6 incidents I know of, the bunkers self-destructed. I surmise it's standard practice for the Brotherhood to install a self-destruct system. It's consistent with their uncompromising nature. You might use that against them, or kill them another way, it's up to you. Return when it's done.
Okay. I did get the chip back. I can still do wildcard side bets. Kill or disable Mr. House. I can still do that. I think we're gonna go back a bit. We're going to reload before talking to Mr. House and giving him the chip for the upgrade. And, instead, we're going to return to Emily.
Where to, partner? Casino floor.
Tell her we've installed the... Is she still here? Here she is.
You been able to bug Mr. House's network yet?
Yeah, we bugged the house. I bugged the tower for you.
Good to hear. But it looks like the bug was deactivated a few minutes after it went online.
Oh, really?
It looks like House has some kind of countermeasure in place to prevent eavesdropping on his network. We'll get through eventually, just not today.
Oh, okay.
Here are those medical supplies I promised. Hopefully you won't need to use them. Take care.
Well, that's a shame. You couldn't get the info you wanted. Enough news of your good work has been passed around that people like you and the followers of the apocalypse thought they already liked me.
Thanks again for helping with Mr. House's data network. Come see me at the old Mormon fort if you get a chance.
Absolutely. Okay, so I came back up here and gave Mr. House the platinum chip again to upgrade the bots, but I haven't progressed the quest line any further. Because if I go too far, that's going to lock me out of some other quests, so I'm not going to...
The next step is to add the...
Yeah, we're not going to tell him about the boomers. Instead, we'll ask him a few questions. Let's see, I'm surprised you haven't asked what became of Benny.
That's because he ceased to be relevant when you recovered the platinum chip. Revenge doesn't interest me. Progress does. Sorry to deny you a moment of primate triumph, but you'll have to go elsewhere to sound your barbaric yawp.
Aww.
What else did you want to discuss?
You don't want to just celebrate a little bit with me? Why is the terminal on the north wall off limits?
I recommend following the Securitrons instructions. Its programming is strict, and I don't have time to change it.
Understood.
What else did you want to discuss?
How will the NCR defend Hoover Dam?
General Oliver's strategy, or tunnel vision, as I like to call it, has been to mass troops at Hoover Dam. He wants to outfight the Legion in a straightforward slugging match, and then, when they rout, pursue and destroy them in detail. A crushing, decisive victory of this sort would overshadow the tactical ingenuity of Chief Hanlon's defense 4 years ago, you see.
What's your battle plan for the dam?
A good deal should be obvious to you by now. I won't spoil the rest by talking out of turn.
Okay, something else? Let's see. I can let him know that I planted a surveillance device on one of your data terminals. I'm not going to do that yet. He probably already knows about it. That's why it was disabled. What are your plans for New Vegas?
I've resurrected Vegas, spirit intact. What I need now is the ability to enforce my rightful claim. Not just against Caesar's Legion, by the way. In fact, the NCR is a more present and insidious threat.
How do you intend to enforce your claim on the city?
To enforce, one must have force, a position of strength. Years ago, when I detected NCR scouts roaming the Mojave, I could tell from their uniforms that these were no mere tribesmen. I knew it was only a matter of time before an army appeared to take control of the dam, and I knew my Securitrons wouldn't be enough to oppose them. And so I recruited the 3 families. Vegas belongs to me because I mustered enough strength to bring the NCR to the bargaining table.
Wasn't the NCR's army big enough to defeat your Securitrons and the 3 families?
Indeed it was, and still is, but not without taking significant casualties. Would Kimball and Oliver have traded the lives of hundreds of soldiers for absolute control of Hoover Dam? Oh, yes. They weren't afraid of me. They were afraid of Caesar, that attacking me would leave them vulnerable to a Legion offensive. And so they negotiated. Not out of the kindness of their hearts, as they try to make it seem, because the calculus of power left no other choice.
What were the terms of the treaty with the NCR?
NCR forces were permitted to occupy Hoover Dam and establish a military base at McCarran Airport. Well, it used to be one. They recognized my sovereignty over the Vegas Strip and agreed to supply electricity and water once their engineers repaired the dam. Written into the treaty were provisions that the NCR do nothing to prevent its soldiers and civilians from visiting the Strip. That's how I harness the NCR to my endeavor. Their occupation has been the engine of my growing economy.
So he benefits from the NCR presence as long as New Vegas is kept independent. You would go to war against the NCR?
The salient issue is that they will go to war with me if given the chance. There's just one reason why the NCR hasn't contrived some outrage to justify invading the Strip. Caesar's Legion. The final battle between those two armies is fast approaching. I can't afford to let either side win on their terms. What else did you want to discuss?
Say you keep control of New Vegas, what happens next?
New Vegas is more than a city. It's the remedy to mankind's derailment. The city's economy is a blast furnace in which can be forged the steel of a new rail line running straight to a new horizon. What is the NCR? A society of people desperate to experience comfort, ease, luxury. A society of customers. With all that money pouring in, give me 20 years and I'll reignite the high technology development sectors. 50 years and I'll have people in orbit. 100 years and my colony ships will be heading for the stars to search for planets unpolluted by the wrath and folly of a bygone generation.
You sound deluded. I don't think that's going to happen. In the meantime, you'd rule Vegas as some kind of dictator?
I prefer the term autocrat.
Well, I'm sure you do.
I would rule as a chief executive. I would not answer to a board of directors or any other entity. Nothing to impede progress. If you want to see the fate of democracies, look out the windows.
What's to keep you from abusing your power?
My judgment. I have no interest in abusing others, just as I have no interest in legislating or otherwise dictating what people do in their private time. Nor have I any interest in being worshipped as some kind of machine god messiah. I am impervious to such corrupting ambitions. But autocracy? Firm control in the hands of a technological and economic visionary? Yes, that Vegas shall have. What else did you want to discuss?
What's the deal with that snow globe collection?
What of it? I enjoy them. There's something about a little diorama set inside a glass dome that I find pleasing. If you run across any out in the wastes, turn them in to Jane. She'll compensate you. What else did you want to discuss?
Yeah, I don't buy that he's going to be able to unleash all this economic growth and technological growth without tons and tons of people coming to harm. I don't trust him. It seems like he'll make a lot of sacrifices that I wouldn't be okay with in order to make that happen. And eventually he's gonna die anyway. He can't live forever. So what's gonna happen when he dies? Giant power vacuum? That's not gonna be good. What was Vegas like before the war?
It was a place of splendor. As magnificent as today's Strip may seem, it's but a shadow of the neon paradise that was Las Vegas. I grew up not far from here, and though I traveled the old world extensively, I never found another place like it.
You say that you saved Vegas. How?
By 2065, I deemed it a mathematical certainty that an atomic war would devastate the Earth within 15 years. Every projection I ran confirmed it. I knew I couldn't save the world, nor did I care to, but I could save Vegas, and in the process, perhaps save mankind. I set to work immediately, I thought I had plenty of time to prepare. As it turned out, I was 20 hours short.
Wow, 20 hours. What preparations did you make to save Vegas?
On the day of the Great War, 77 atomic warheads targeted Las Vegas and its surrounding areas. My networked mainframes were able to predict and force transmit disarm code subsets to 59 warheads, neutralizing them before impact.
Impressive.
Laser cannons mounted on the roof of the Lucky 38 destroyed another 9 warheads. The rest got through, though none hit the city itself. A suboptimal performance, admittedly. If only the platinum chip had arrived a day sooner.
Why didn't the platinum chip arrive on time? I mean, we know why.
The platinum chip was printed in Sunnyvale, California.
It just couldn't be delivered in time.
2077, the day before the Great War. It was to have been delivered by courier the following afternoon, but by then, the world had ended. The chip contained vital software upgrades, but not just for my Securitrons. Every aspect of the missile defense grid would have been upgraded too. Given that I had to make do with buggy software, the outcome could have been worse. I nearly died as it was.
How did you nearly die defending Vegas?
Software glitches set off a cascade of system crashes. I had to take the Lucky 38's reactor offline, lest it melt down. For nearly 5 years, I battled power outages and more system crashes until I finally managed to reboot my data core with an older version of the OS. I spent the next few decades in a veritable coma, but I survived, obviously, and eventually thrived.
Alright, let's ask about something else. Okay, back to business. Yeah, I think that's about it.
I offer many benefits, but vacation time isn't one of them.
Done talking right now. If I want more work, I'll come see you. I don't know if I want to kill him yet.
Victory, so fine. I'll permit some latitude in how you schedule your work. You're welcome.
I'll continue when I'm ready. You're on my schedule. Okay. So I've gone as far as I want to with Mr. House. I don't know if I want to kill him yet. We're gonna progress more into wildcards side bets. Inform Yes Man you convinced the Great Khans to leave the Mojave. And basically we need to visit the White Glove Society at the Ultralux Casino and just find out what they're all about, because I haven't been there yet. So let's get you, follow me, and you, follow me, and let's go there and see what they're all about. Alright, so I'm going to end this episode here. Next time, we'll visit the Ultralux. Alright, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.